Friday afternoon. I am going over one of my favorite brands. It's a local brand too. It's called Grio's Garage. They are stationed out. Their headquarters is in Tacoma, Washington, which is about an hour south from here. I got my assistant here. He worked about 8 hours today, so he's asking me to pay him. I pay him daily in treats. So right now I'm going to give him his paycheck, and then hopefully he'll go lie down for a little bit, right? There you go, sweetie. Bye bye. See you at work tomorrow. Bright and early. We got a lot of cars to wash. Okay. And also, I am selling a couple of items at the house today, so we might have people coming down the driveway to pick up a couple big items. So today we are going over Grio's Garage. Just getting situated here. We will be going a couple of items. We're going to do a full traditional wash with Grio's. I'll give you a quick peek of how the car is looking. But first, I'm going to go over the items. Hopefully my audio is okay. Basically, my plan is we're going to come in with the Grio's foaming surface wash, mixed with a little citrus for the lower rockers, bumpers, whatnot, maybe even part of the wheels. This bottle is RTU at a dilution ratio of 4-to-1 already. So I didn't know this was non-concentrated, but that's okay. Then after we do our pre-wash, rinse off, we are going to come in with a foam, a contact called the Super Concentrated Car Wash. I have not tried this at all. And we'll also, if you have any time or have any interest, we're going to do a little bit of wheel cleaning. And then maybe rinseless if we're feeling spicy today. I'm not sure if I'm going to use water spot remover, but I have water spot remover. Best of show detailer. Hopefully we'll give that a shot. And if anyone wants to watch, we got interior cleaning. And we have their best of show liquid wax, which I've used them multiple times. I really like that. And they have an engine bay finisher in an aerosol spray. And I have used the microfiber wash a few times. Their concentration isn't the strongest, but I think it's actually pretty good. And we will be foaming on the surface wash in the Grio's foam cannon system. Now, if you know anything about the Grio's foam cannon, they have metering tips here, which you kind of plug on the bottom of your hose. And there's 3 colors. There's like a pink, there's a light blue, and there's a white. They're about this small. They're very small. You put them inside. We'll read the directions briefly here. And then we will basically pour the foam can directly onto the bottom here. What's up, enthusiast? How you doing, my friend? Just getting ready. Nice little Grio's wash. Hopefully my audio is good since you're the only one in the house right now. Let me know how my audio sounds. Hopefully the video quality is okay. So for surface wash, foaming surface wash, let's see here. So there's two methods here. For in the Boss Cannon, if you have the Boss Cannon, let's see here. Audio sounds good, and so is video quality. Wonderful, thank you. All right, so for the surface wash, this is their pH neutral pre-wash. Okay, so if you're not like coating or you need to completely strip a sealant and you just kind of want some good bite from your pre-wash, you know, you want like an active foam or something around like 9 pH. What's up, Rico? How am I doing? This is a good pH neutral. So this should kind of give you like, you know, like my car, right? My car was washed last week. I'll give you a quick I'll let you briefly look at it. But right now it's pretty much just, you know, it rained for 2 days. So, you know, pollen and a little bit of dust, not too dirty. So we're going to do the metering tip version. Let's read this really quick. All right, so with the Boss foam cannon, foaming sprayer. So the metering tip, the pink one is for gas pressure washer. Purple is for the electric pressure washers, which what we have. And then aqua tip for maximum foam. Then screw on the bottle in the can. When using a foam sprayer, install a pink tip. So when you're using the foam sprayer, do the pink tip. Sold separately. I don't have a pink tip. Then fill reservoir with concentrate. That's what we're going to do. And then if you don't have the foam cannon mix, what's up, Mondo? How we doing, my friend? If you don't have the foam cannon mix, they recommend 1.6 ounce in the foam cannon, so not bad, right? Between 1 to 2 ounces. Foaming sprayer, 2 ounces. Pump up foamer, half an ounce. And then that air compressor thing, that if you guys remember, I was looking at that air compressor thing, that is only a quarter of an ounce, I think, for a liter. Okay. If I recall, it looks very similar to this, but it's like a quarter of an ounce. So it looks like the foamer might do well, but because we're doing demonstration purposes, pina colada, we are going to go straight to the method they did. So they said I think it's purple tip, right? So purple tip electric pressure washer. So we're going to take this purple tip right here, super small, super tiny. If I don't drop it, I'm literally about to drop it. Okay, so we're going to take that. We're going to plug this directly into the thing of a bobber. I believe that's right. Okay, so now that's on. And then we're going to just directly pour this directly into surface wash like that. Okay, very simple. Pretty cool. Okay, so now we should just be able to go to town. Now, also, there's two ways to do this. I could just kind of spray the lower rockers and then foam on, or I could maybe next time. I'm just going to do this quicker because I have so much stuff I'm going to go through. This time, I'm just going to kind of like, so this is diluted RTU at 4-to-1. If I got the gallon for a little bit much more, I could have made a lot more of this, but to keep it short and sweet. Yeah, I run the Ego 2100, the 1.2. I just kind of like tightened everything, so I think my pressure washer will stop surging today. We'll see. I haven't tested it fully. But to keep it simple, I'm going to use this RTU at 4-to-1 already, which was their heaviest dilution. Their dilutions for this is 4-to-1 to 10-to-1 to 20-to-1. Mine is not very 4-to-1. It doesn't need 4-to-1 right now. So I was thinking of making it either 10-to-1. So 10-to-1 is carpet, so interior, carpet, upholstery, vinyl, and plastic. So this is an exterior and interior. For 20-to-1 is light duty cleaning, pretty much where I'm at over here. General wipe downs, light residue removal. So I'm thinking cut this from 4-to-1 to 20-to-1, put it in my IK foamer, add a little smidge of their incredible suds, which is called super concentrated car wash, and kind of do the Ivan LaCroix method. I kind of like the Ivan LaCroix method. So let's do that. Let me read this real quick. So what confuses me with Griots is that they have an RV adventure line. So a lot of their products overlap each other. So the adventure line citrus is RTU, but if you go to the Griots, right, to the traditional Griots citrus, it's concentrated. So keep that in mind, especially if they're like the same price. Okay, when you play hard, you get dirty. Perfect for RVs, watercraft, ATVs, and more. Our professional grade multi-purpose citrus cleaner cleans and freshens in one step. Its delimonene powered, ready to use solution is your go-to for tackling black streaks from drip rails, engine grease, carpet, vinyl stains, and more. Pre-diluted 4-to-1 for maximum power. It wipes out tough grime with no mixing required. It's non-caustic, non-foaming. I like foam, right? Foam is dwell time for me, but it's non-foaming. Formula reduces scrubbing and makes cleaning faster and more efficient. Keep your surfaces looking the best with this powerhouse cleaner. So I'm thinking let's cut this. So it's 4-to-1. We already got the pressure washer set up. Let me get the IK set up, right, guys? How are you guys doing this Friday? How is everybody? Hope everyone is doing well. If you guys can help me, I'm gonna do a little math here. So if I want 20-to-1 in a solution that's 4-to-1, what do I do? Let's say for 200 milliliters. Because I don't need. Let's say 500 milliliters. Let's do. Yeah. So if a product is 4-to-1 already, and I wanted to make it 20-to-1 for 500 milliliters, how much product do I need to cut with water? Let's see what it says. To achieve a 20-to-1 ratio from my 4-to-1 product of volume 500, you'll need 25 milliliters of your 4-to-1 and fill the rest with water. So 25 mils, is that right? 1 dilution, 19 parts water equals 20 parts. That doesn't make any sense to me. No, that's 20. That's if it was straight. Okay, this is where math kind of sucks. Add. That doesn't make sense. If that was concentrated. So let's just do 100 mils. 100 mils with 500 mils. So basically a quarter, right? Let's just do 1 to 4 again. Let's shake it up again. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna do 1 to 4 on a 1 to 4. What does that make? So 100. Right there on the dot. 100 mils. And I'm going to get 500 mils. Yeah, I'm going to do pure water. I'll do pure. Get that pure. What do you guys think? What is that? Let me see if you guys sent any messages in the chat here. Is there a chat? I don't know. I'm not good with math. Yeah, none of us are good at math. All right, so I'm going to do 400 milliliters, 100 milliliters, and it was already at 1 to 4, so I'm hoping it's around 1 to 20, something like that. Then I'm going to fill this with the IK foamer. Water first. So that's 400 milliliters, 100 mils of RTU already, RTU at 1 to 4. So I just cut it again. At the same time, I'm going to turn on my air compressor. All righty. Hey, my winning streak continues. I won a luminous coating from Conway, and I won McGuire's April's giveaway. What's up, Three Rivers? How we doing? We just added 1 to 4 citrus, and we added another. What is 1 to 4 times 1 to 4? That's whatever this is. We're going to add air to it. So because I made it 1 to 20, I didn't need very much. Let's see. Well, that's filling up. Okay, that's filled up. All right, so it says adding 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 2/4 simplified. Oh my God, this is so 1 to 16th, basically 1/16. We just did roughly 1/16. Okay, so 1/16 in the IK. 1/16 is fine for me. It's not 120, but it's whatever. All right, so we will add a little bit of air. It's bubbling. Always bubbling. Is it there yet? It should be there soon. There we go. Okay. Now we're at the max. I got the valve released. Whoops. Almost got snagged on there. Because I don't need that anymore. Might as well just turn it off. Hey, Keith, what's going on? All right. So we just filled up citrus in the IK. Oh, what I was going to do, shoots. I was going to add a little bit of soap in here. Just to do I have a method. I'm going to drain this. I'm going to purge this, and then I'm going to add a little bit of soap. Gosh, I forgot about that. Sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties here. All right. So I'm going to add a little bit of super concentrated soap here. This is Griot's super concentrated car wash soap, which is basically 256 to 1. Not very concentrated for a soap. If it was 1 to 700, 1 to 1500, I would say it's super concentrated. It's not even. I think it's a half an ounce. Yeah, it's like half an ounce per gallon. So let's just do a little Ivan McCurk glug. A very small glug because there's not much in here. There's only 500 mils. So we'll just do a small little. I'll do it so you can see it here. There we go. Little dibblings. Where is it? Oh, it's so slow. Say that's like, yeah, a little, probably 5 mils. Pretty viscous, especially for being not very concentrated. I guess it's more of like the consumer's appealing where you're like, oh, wow, this must be some strong stuff. Look how thick it is. No, it's not thick. All right, so I guess I need this back on. Refill it. Sorry, guys. Next time I could have all this stuff ready, but sometimes some people like this. Can you hear this? Can you hear the bubbles? That's so cool. So we're refilling it. So now we have a little bit of soap in there. Kind of shake it up a little bit. All right, we're good again. Okay. So we got the IK. Bring that over here. We have 500 mils. We have 1 to 16 of citrus. Should be good for what we're doing. And then we got in the foam cannon here, we got the metering tip of purple. So because we got the metering tip, we'll just be able to foam directly out of the bottle. That'll be cool, right? How many of you guys have this Boss foam cannon? How many of you guys have used their metering tips? I've used it like twice. Normally, I just kind of like pouring into a foam cannon. But that's okay. While I do this, let's take a quick peek at the car just so you can see what we're looking at. This is where we might lose service. So let me know if it gets bad here. Okay. It's, this is where we tend to lose the service. So I'm going to kind of zoom in real quick, see if you can kind of see the pollen before I lose it. Can you see? Come on, just look up. I think that's what it is. It's following me. Yeah, so pollen, right? Can you see that? Before I lose all the service out here. Looks like the people that I just said were going to arrive, they just arrived. Yeah. Alrighty, so let's see if I can ignore them politely. Alrighty, and they have a car that's not doing so well, so that'll be great too. Alrighty, so. Okay, so follow me again. Hit the magic button. Now we're back. All right, so basically what I'm doing is, oh, of course my dog is out. This is gonna be fun. What's up, Christy? What's up, AK? Hey, David. Bear with me for the next like 10 minutes. I got people picking up a picnic table that I have in the backyard. I got my dog out that's literally walking around out here. He's 14. I'm about to foam on the car real quick. I'm hoping the audio and everything is good. What was I gonna do here? So my plan is to do the Ivan LaCroix foam on citrus around the bumpers and lower rockers, and then use the pressure washer, say bye, to do the pre-wash. And then, sorry, I'm all over the place. And then I'm either going to do the rinseless or that super concentrated soap. Okay. Let me get my bearings here. I'm just really distracted right now because these people just showed up. So I'm just like, I don't really know what to do here. Alrighty. Let's see. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, okay, so we're good. You can still see my butt. Everything looks good. Turning on the pressure washer. Looks like it's not leaking now. I think we'll be good on the surges now. Let's see. I'm hoping. Looks good. Let me get my metering my tips here. All right, so we're good, I think. So let's see if I can do this right. Kind of want to get it closer so you guys can see a little bit better. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the, oh, it's already surging on me here. Wonderful. I don't know why it's surging. I don't see any leaking. Like pretty much zero leaking. I don't know, ego. It's leaking. It's not even leaking. There's no dripping and it just surges. I might have to send a video to them. Okay, so let's have fun with this while this, you know what? I guess I didn't do it right. Anyways, so we'll come in with the citrus. Hopefully you can see me okay. Let's see how this works. And then I'm not gonna let it sit very long, and I'll come in with the foam cannon here. So this is 500. Oh gosh, this is 500 mils. It's 1 to 16 with a little bit of soap, so it should foam a little bit. Yeah. Ooh, wow. Smells rather pleasant. The overspray is insane. I don't like this overspray. Oh, a slight twist and it's leaking on me. That's lovely. That's cool. Kind of smells like apples. I do like this pressure. I'm able to kind of walk through the whole car. This is nice. Let's get the whole back here. Not bad, not bad. Not bad for 500 mils. And it looks like I am out. I am out. And now I'm gonna come in with the pressure washer. Okay. And we are gonna foam on this 1 to 16. Not bad. The direction is a little off for me. I don't know what he did. What did he do to adjust this thing? Oh, probably should have used this before. There we go. There we go. So the consistency is not too bad. It feels like it's almost a little too thick coming out of the pressure washer. Smells like wonderful pina colada. This is their pH neutral pre-wash. Oh, my leg is dancing. It's actually pretty good. The citrus doesn't seem to hold up too well, but that's why we're coming in here, especially over here where it's kind of in the sun. Yeah, a little bit, almost a little too thick. I would probably recommend maybe a little bit, maybe let's water it down. I'm watering it down over here. Yeah, a lot better. Water down the metering. You kind of want your pre-wash to kind of go down and not just stick to the paint. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. So with the metering tip, we didn't use very much. I thought we were gonna kind of use this whole bottle, right? Kind of, who knows? Let me show you what we used so far. So if you see the shake, it's like pretty much right around here. We barely used very much for that whole car. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna have this camera set to the car so you can watch, see how the car is. Oh. Okay, looks pretty good, right? So what impressed me right now is it was too thick when I had it on max foam, because you know all of us, we always just put it to the max, right? we always have it on the max here. I kind of twisted it to I don't know, 2 squares down, and immediately kind of felt more like it came out of the foam can a lot smoother. And yeah, so it felt like too thick for the metering. This is the control. You guys remember we put down 2 ceramics. You can definitely see where the line is. Not bad. They're both holding the stuff, the soap very well. And certain parts of the car, like this part of the window, but not the whole window. It's like reversed. Yep. Sounds good. Hi guys. We can hear you. You guys have room for that? What? Oh, okay, good. Awesome. We got tools if you need it. No, no worries. You're good. I got tools if you need it. Yeah, so that's pretty much their pre-wash. Alrighty, let's rinse it off now. I'm gonna give it the brain back. Do you guys like it following me? It's probably a little bit more interactive when it follows me. I'm gonna have it reversed here, so then I won't be able to see, but the quality might be a little bit better. All right, so let's come and rinse it off. Can't recall what the white ones are. I think they're it's a Ridge washer, but it doesn't. I think it's a 25 degree. I'm not sure. It might be the 40. Turn back on the pressure washer. The temperature out here is 58 degrees right now. So it's not the coldest, it's not the hottest. I don't have really any wind right now. It's very pleasant. Ooh, I kind of want to show you this. It's still beating, but it's definitely took a hit. If that makes any sense. Definitely has a hit to it. This was the panel that we just waxed with the luminous eclipse. Oh, the beads on this is crazy. I want to show you this real quick. I have to take the brain out. Take the brain out. Let's just show this to you. The beautiful thing about working with pH neutral soaps is that you have a little bit more time. So right now I want to show you here, let's do this. So right now, let's show you the hit part. You see how that definitely took a hit? See that? It beads off, but that's definitely hit, right? This was the luminous eclipse. Pretty good, huh? See how tight that is? Yes, Brandon. I will definitely do a testing of the Yum versus Citrus. Right now, the car. Oh, B. Riley. That was a perfect shoe-in for me because I told you that I have a BMW up the street that's really dirty. Well, guess what? There's a separate BMW. So there's 2 BMWs. The first BMW I was mentioning, it was a white BMW that's literally above this hill. She probably hasn't washed that car in like 6 months. It's filthy. But today, there's another BMW that lives down the street. He has left it outside in the weather without touching it. It's been parked there, hasn't moved for over a year. And some random guy just bought it for $1,500. I drove by and I spoke with him, and he might even be watching this live stream right now because I told him I have a YouTube channel, and I told him, come on down, let me wash this car that's literally a disaster detail, right? And we're going to test out Yum Citrus versus some other stuff, and we will have a blast. This car, not a good test car for that, but I just found a car that's been sitting outside in a literal forest for over a year, and I cannot wait to try some stuff on it. Let me know in the comments what products you would want me to try on a car that's been sitting outside for a year. Rinse off is pretty good. I still smell that pina colada pretty well. Can you, Beba, can you smell this? Can you smell the? No. Okay. They can't smell it. Yeah, it's a huge difference. I gotta show you the difference later, but right now, definitely a big difference between where I waxed. What was that? What day was that? Monday. So right now, this is just the pre-wash. I think this pre-wash is pretty good. Very pleasant smell. Lovely, refreshing pina colada. It actually looks like it definitely taking out all that pollen that's been just horrible to season. Yeah, this is very impressive. The roof is still very strong. This panel has a lot of sheeting. It's beaded right now, but it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely has a hit. This is very strong. I should make a comparison right there, but you can see. So rinse off a solid A for rinse. Um, using the metering, tip, we used what? I'm not 100% sure. I don't. You're asking me what food places are around here? I'm not really sure. It's hard to. I mean, there's like nothing really here. That. Yeah, I would just type burger place because there's not many options. It's like that out here, guys. It's like that. All right. Okay. All right. So let's get this back on. It's like that today, guys. Alrighty. So yeah, as I mentioned, the rinse off is actually pretty good. Yeah, the beading here is just spectacular on both sides. Let's just show you the beading. Oh God, of course. As soon as I put my thing on, it just goes to shit every time, right? So let's double click, straighten it out. Kind of let you see some of this good stuff. There we go. I wonder if it's leaking through here. I think this is where it's leaking. Yeah, I might throw out this tip. I think it's the tip. But instead, let's watch some beads, right? Can you see that? Yeah. You can definitely see the line there. Both are outstanding. Very good. Okay. Let's back to the clean boys and girls. Boys and girls. Where's my manners? All right. Yeah, it's definitely this metering tip. Let me finish this and swap out the tip. So that's what it was. It wasn't at my house system. It was the damn metering tip. And I'm not going to rinse off everything because I'm going to come up with a contact anyways. So yada yada. The rinse off is actually pretty good. This door has a hit on it too. All right, so solid A for rinse. Solid A for the metering tips. Okay, that's it. Okay. Now let's go back inside. And so it's this damn metering tip. It's the metering tip. Yeah. Let's see if this turns out. Let's see if it's a little bit better now. McKillen is bleeding too. The McKillen's is bleeding. I don't know why. Yeah, it's coming out of the front here. I don't know what the issue is. Maybe I need to get a new gun. But that's frustrating. Okay, McKillen's. Maybe I need that repaired. So what we're gonna do is now that we rinsed off, we're gonna get 2 gallons of their contact soap, which I can't wait to use because it looks so much fun. Let's do this. Double click, reverse. Now I can see you guys. I missed your faces. I hope everyone's doing okay. Okay, we're good. All right, so we did citrus, right? I'm going to put this on the floor just because I need some room. And we measured with those wonderful things. So we are going to come in with their Griots super concentrate. We put this in the citrus. And we're going to use, I can read a chat here. The quiver gun is nice to use. Yeah, well, let me know when you see one in stock because that quiver gun loves to be sold out. It's a hot item, right? It's pretty popular. Pretty popular. I do have the foam gun. This water's a little too hot, so let's kind of come in with a little bit of 50-50 here. We're going to do 8 liters. This is a half an ounce to a gallon, so this should be 1 ounce. Pushing just around 8 there. Okay, so that's 2 gallons. I like this one that's lower because I have more room to kind of play without having to waste too much water. You know what? This seems a little low. Let's do 12. Let's do 3 gallons. Let's just do 3 gallons. All right, 3 gallons of water. And then they have an extra lift top here. So I'm going to play with the lift top. So half an ounce to a gallon, so 1.5 ounces. This is a 2 ounce measurer. So thick, how thick is this? Is this Incredible Suds thick? Is this Rogue? Both of those are like what? 1 to 700, something like that. This is only 1 to 256. Look at that. Look at that look at the hang time on this. All right, so we're doing 1.5 ounces. Okay, so something roughly around there. Okay. You sell firewood? Chris, I need to sell my firewood. This is my, I'm a, what's those called? Those people that I'm like a doomsday prepper guy. All right, so let's do this pour. See if I can do this with my hand. Yeah, it's pretty much like honey. Let's see what I can do here. All right, this looks like a good angle. Oh my gosh. So the pour on this is like a 2 out of 10. Okay, it's almost like, I think if I recall, first off, let me do one thing. Oh gosh, why does it do that? Oh, I know what I need to do. I think, let me turn this on. I think if I recall, they have their own wash bucket, and their wash bucket has its own like little black reservoir. You're just supposed to kind of like pour it until the hole is filled, and then you just put water. So this is like a 2 out of 10. I had to do that multiple times. The bucket that they have is a very similar bucket to this. It's almost like this Anker bucket, and they have like some sort of like retrofitted like groove. So like one side is your soap and one side is your rinse. So they have Griots has their own like bucket very similar to this, and they have like wheels on theirs, and it's in the red. And most likely whoever makes that probably makes the Griots, but in their exact, in the way that Griots. While I'm being crazy, while I'm wandering around like an aimless bum. Come on, follow me. Here we are. There we go. Now it's following me. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the, the sun is right there. Sorry. I'm going to get my bucket here and roll my stuff over here. Sorry, I'm a little bit over the place. Ooh, I can see the chat. Too thick. Yes, absolutely too thick. Oh, no, Dan. Oh, you're right. It is an oh, no. I would say 2 out of 10. Let's see how it feels on the paint. So far, everyone's favorite. Now, Griots does chenille mitts, which I think are grossly out of date. But they have their place. As you know, if you're familiar with my channel, we kind of moved on from chenilles. and we go to the high quality standard. This is my pretty much standard of trying stuff now. This is the Yum Tri-Fiber Mitt. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to roll we are going to roll this 3 gallons of water, and then I'm going to foam cannon this mug. Okay, if you don't know by now, wash carts are incredibly helpful. Okay, all right. I need to do a quick smell test of this. So far, it hasn't been very strong smelling. Very similar to Pan the Organizer's shampoo, if that makes sense. Very like fruity, like pretty fruity. Okay, let's see if you guys can see this. Pretty decent suds, pretty decent. Should I do, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do quickly. I'm gonna grab the shampoo and just foam a little bit on. So I'm gonna pour 1 ounce real quick here. You know what? I'm not gonna pour because it pours so poorly, and I ain't got time for all that. So what I'm gonna do is just get a little bit of water because I ain't got time for that. I just want to foam a little bit onto the car. So to give him the best experience, I'm going to use distilled water. I'm going to pour to this bottom line, which is 500 mils. So I did 500 mils, and then I really don't know what I'm pouring at. I think, let's say about an ounce. So we did about an ounce, maybe half an ounce to an ounce. I'm not 100% sure. It's, you know, this is just so I can kind of foam it on. And then the surface. I don't really care so much. So this should foam a little bit better just because it's distilled. So it should give you the best chance on it. All right, well, my thing is surging on me. Oh gosh, this pressure, I think it's the gun. All right, so this is their super concentrated. Got a oh, here, let's stir this up. Having to stir it up is also a little annoying, but it looks a lot better now. Oh, it's got the metering in it. We still have the metering. So let's take the metering out. Duh. So that's kind of what I don't like. I did like that when I used the metering, I didn't use very much product. But unless you have multiple foam cannons, having to do this one step, and it's also very, very small. So imagine that just bounced into my drain. I give it negative points for the fact that I have to do something like that, and it's so small. But I do like that it didn't use very much product. So now it should perform a lot better. All right, so this is their super concentrated, about an ounce for 500 mils. Pretty pleasant smell. I don't need to completely fill it. I just kind of want it for the contact. Pretty good smell. Not super strong. Like a 7 out of 10 for fragrance. Pleasant, fruity, mild. Good coverage. Decent foam. A little bit on the wetter side, which is not too bad. Let's get the rear here. Alrighty. Now it's funny, I kind of like this consistency as a pre-wash because it has that like wetting, but it's okay. So if you're doing the method that I just did, if you're using the metering tips, the purple one for surface wash, I recommend actually toning down to get that water, because for a pre-wash, you do want soap that kind of moves down. All right, so we put 1.5 ounces. If you notice, the suds here are already dissipating. It's not very good. I don't say this is a very good soap right now, and I'll show you why. It's already pretty much cleared. Okay, and the bubbles are already really dry. Okay, so I don't say this is a very long lasting soap. Let's say that's about a 3 out of 10. Okay. So soap is a little disappointing at the moment. We haven't even touched it yet. Okay. So let's see if I can have it touch. Are we good? No, that's off. So now it should be hello. All right. So we'll come in, but it stirs up really well. As soon as you touch it, you see that as soon as you touch it, it moves right back. So we're gonna move it from a 3 to a 5, just because of that. Always break in with the glass first, preferred. I feel like I feel the pollen still on my glass or my paint. It feels very contaminated. It feels like there's a lot of pollen there. Feels like sandpaper, pretty much. And I can feel it through the tri-fiber. The glass also, you can feel the pollen, the embedded pollen. The embedded pollen is still on the paint, which, as you would think, a pre-wash, you would want your pre-wash to take all that stuff off. So being able to still feel the pollen, not the biggest fan. I probably should have did a little bit higher alkaline to kind of break down that pollen. Kind of hard to tell where I've been. There we go. Slick much. Oh, that's why it's slicker. It's this door. We just waxed this door. That door is very slick. I noticed it right away. This one is not as slick. Yeah, that luminous paste wax, noticeably slick. I noticed it right away when I touched it. How does the dirt? I have a little bit of dirt, a little bit hard for you probably guys to see it. I'm just gonna do the dunk test. It's kind of hard to see because of all the soap. Probably should have stuck to the 2 gallons like I normally do. This is a little too deep for me. Now my wrist is kind of getting into the soap, which I don't prefer. All right. Doesn't even feel as slick as the luminous wax. The wax was super slick. I don't feel the pollen very much on this one. Let's see how this feels. I don't really feel much pollen on this either. Good smell though. Has almost like a cologne, slight cologne smell. Yeah, this is too much water. Let me move you a little bit here so you guys can see. Hope you can see. I think it's like positioned. There we go. There we go. That's better. It's like looking up all the time. By the way, back to the wood. I have like 10 different types of wood because, as I was mentioning, I'm like kind of like one of those like prepping guys that feel like the world's gonna end, and then you might as well have like fuel in case you need fuel and stuff. So I'm kind of like one of those people, and I have like 10 different types of wood. I got cherry, I got almond, I got alder wood, I got some Hollywood called holly. I got maple, I got pine, cedar, all that fun stuff. Oh yeah, I didn't even do the bumper yet. But anyways, yeah, and here still feels a little gritty on the bumper. Yeah. So I would like for the pre-wash to kind of tackle. We also sprayed with the citrus too, so the lower rockers should should have really kind of been knocked out pretty well, but it didn't seem to do a job very well. Still have a lot of film here. The roof is not very slick. It feels better on this side. Okay, yeah, it's basically right now. So if I go over it a few times, yeah, this sponge is definitely picking up the pollen right here. Big difference between where I touched and where I didn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't want to have to be claying with my wash media right now. I'm not trying to clay. The sudsing is pretty decent. I give it a solid B plus for the suds. The slickness, good B plus for sure. Definitely slicker where I have certain waxes and certain coatings. Definitely noticeably slicker. Fair amount of dirt from the pre-wash. So I'd say either my car is a little bit dirtier than I think it is because there is a lot of pollen out there. If you saw, probably need a little bit more alkaline of a pre-wash. It's also what? Now it's 57 degrees. So it's on the cooler side, but it's still comfortable out here. Yeah. Come this over with the clean side. Yeah, definitely slicker. That does not feel like there's any pollen anymore. Almost done with this. And then when we're done with this, I'm going to dry off with I'm thinking here. We have, where are you going? We have the Best of Show detailer. We have the rinseless wash, which I haven't tried. I have the rinseless wash and wax. I'm almost done here. Just gonna wipe this quickly. This back, I wanted to, if those people weren't here earlier, I wanted to kind of just spend a little time looking at the back here so we could show how the pre-wash performed. But honestly, it's not a big deal. Okay. So now we're gonna come in and rinse. I'm gonna use another pressure tip because I'm pretty. Honestly, I don't even think it is the pressure. I think it's the gun. I might have to swap out the gun. All right. Just rinse top to bottom. Definitely looked like it knocked out the coatings though, because it definitely looks like it took a hit. Yeah, this is fairly flat right here. This is pretty much dead. Should probably polish and coat this car. What do you guys think? The rinse off of this super concentrated Griot soap is actually pretty good. Not too bad. Yeah, not too shabby. Everything is good. You can see me okay? All right. Yeah, rinse off's fairly pleasant. You know, I'm using relatively warm water. I'm not using really hot water. It's probably like, I don't know, 70 degrees. Not bad. Let me bring it over so you guys can see me dry the other side. Let's see here. Stefan, I actually mixed up the TPS in Infinity 16 ounce 1-to-1. How was that, AK? Have you guys tried my Thanos, which is what is it? 256-to-1 Infinity with 256-to-1 hydro safe. That stuff will be careful with that one. You got to know how to wield the stones if you're gonna go that route. Yeah, so certain parts of this roof is still just incredibly strong, and then certain parts are not so. Yeah, the rinse off is a breeze. Though I think it's the slickest. Nah, it's a good B plus. It's okay. Yeah, this is definitely dead right here. If you can see that, that's definitely dead right here. And here it's still nice and just, especially around here, very strong. Did I rinse off the back yet? No, I did not. Okay. Alrighty. All right. Kind of just getting sure everything. You know, it would be a good time right now if I wasn't trying all this stuff. I would try their polygloss. Their polygloss is basically their spray-on, rinse-off sealant, which I did not purchase because we have too many spray-on, rinse-off sealants right now. Okay, next up, guys. You know, I might save the wheels for tomorrow. Let's do wheels tomorrow, okay? Let's draft the car with the best of show detailer. What do you guys want to drive with this? Maybe the what do you guys want to do? The goat? What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. I'm gonna take a coffee break for a second, guys, and let me sit down here. Yeah, I can still see me. Mondo's goat. Nate says diva. I want to try Tie Slick. Did you like it? I just did a traditional wet wax gloss booster. Ooh, that's a nice one, Chris. You guys got to break the tie, either the diva or the goat. I need a third person to choose. I used wet wax 200 to 1. Wet wax, Stefan, is that their oh god, the jobber? Hails no. Diva. Okay, we got two. Oh, goat. Two goats, two divas. We still need another tiebreaker. We got goat V1 versus diva V2. God damn it. Two. There we go. Goat. We got it. All right, boys. We got the goat. Also, a reminder, next maybe not next weekend, but I think either next weekend or the weekend after that, I'm going to give away the goat to a lucky winner. Okay? If you're here, we're going to give this away either next weekend or the weekend afterward. Let's see if this BMW comes in. I want to watch this super dirty BMW. See what happens with that. Oh, tonight, I totally forgot. Am I still here? Tonight, at the end of this live stream, hashtag griots, and then tell me which of these products that you want to try. So hashtag griots, and in the comments, let me know, do you want the quick detailer? Do you want the car wash shampoo? Do you want the wheel cleaner? Do you want the pre-wash? Let me know what you want, and we'll come in, and if your name is called, I'll give you a sample bottle of it. So right now, coming in with this bad boy here, we're gonna use show detailer, okay? This stuff smells pretty pleasant. I used it once the other day. Pretty good. They definitely did a good job. It has a chemical fruit smell, but it's actually pretty pleasant. So light spray, right? Pretend there's a table there. Big ass goat. Oof. Yeah, with the drying aid, it really helps. Like on the windows, it just pretty much one wipe. Who else uses the goat? What are your thoughts on it? I think it's a massive towel. I think it's really good if you're using a larger vehicle. Careful drying with it though. Make sure you have another decent sized towel or a couple of other towels to kind of even its distribution, and you won't have no problems. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is, right? So this is still the wet side. You could tell the other side. I could feel the other side still dry, which is just insane. Still dry. Oh my God. This is definitely an amazing towel. Still the same side. Now that the side is damp, it dries even better, right? As you know that. Really good towel. I'm starting to remember how much I like this thing. Okay. And we'll come in with the hood here. Let's see. So this side is still the wet side. What's up, Rick Smith? If that is. Come with the should we come with the Greg way of just jamming it onto the hood, right? See if I can do this. I'm just gonna have it sit on the hood here. Nah, it's always the opposite way. Yeah. All right. So stick with the wet side still. Wow. That's amaze balls. Pretty good, huh? So it's not just all the YouTubers. It actually does that, huh? It actually just sucks up all the juices. That's just crazy. This side still feels dry. Okay? That's what's crazy about it. It still feels dry. Wow. I can tell, yeah. This is the wet side. Let me come with a little bit more detailer here. But that was like just a one wipe pass right there. That's so nice. Slick. Slick as a mug, my friends would say. Yeah, quick detailer, the best of show quick detailer. I'm liking it right now. Might keep it in my arsenal, in my top 6 or 7 favorite detailers right now. Because there's a lot of good detailers out there. And this one is another good detailer for sure. All right, let's do the other side. Yeah, this is cool. All right, so now this is kind of like what you guys do, right? The steady. Yeah. That looks good. All right, so 3 spritz. Does it have protection? Best of show doesn't keep your shine mixer alive. Safely wiping away dust, fingerprints, and light dirt that accumulates between washes. Best of show flashes fast, so it can be used direct sunlight and buffs to a brilliant shine. Doesn't say anything about protection. Does not say anything about protection there. So clearly this is still the damp side. I haven't even used the dry side yet, which is kind of crazy to me. Still the damp side. So we're gonna get the roof here. It's kind of wild that it's clearly still dry on the top. That's kind of impressing me right now. So a solid A+ for drying. The fact that half the towel is still not even used yet. I'm still haven't flipped it yet. So make sure you wipe it, but it took 2 wipes, and so these streak lines are probably going to be here. Let's see. Yep, it's still there. Let's buff it out. Yep, now it's gone. Couple wipes out. Yeah, that's just still, you could see it, right? Can you see how this is darker? This is super dry still. It's nuts. That's nuts to me. It's starting to rip on the, so this is cracked right here. That's the only thing I don't care much about. It gets stuck sometimes. Now I'm using the dry side. Dry side, finally. Not even needed. We're pretty much done now right here. Yep. I already dried the back here. Yeah, so this feels decently heavy right now. Feels like it's probably about another 2 pounds. It's excellent. If you love a bigger towel, so if I recall, this one is the 2200 GSM. If I'm not mistaken, they've made an 1800 since then, and I bet the 1800 it's kind of like Goldilocks. It's probably just right. So what we're gonna do is take a quick peek of the car. Let's see here, double tap, triple tap, bring that mug. All right, guys, you might lose internet because I'm gonna walk around the car. But to me, this car is looking pretty nice. Okay. I'd say this is really good. We dried off with the goat. Get that Clin. Until Clin sponsors me, I ain't touching it. Get me to 1,000 followers, and look at that. Look at that glow. That gloss is just, that's pretty nice. It's hard to even tell where it stops. So I'd say that is really nice. We just used their surface wash, pH neutral pre-wash, pH neutral contact. Not too shabby. Don't forget to subscribe. Giving away 4 winners tonight. 4 winners, hashtag Grios. Let me know which one you want to try. The pollen is not too bad anymore, luckily. Because it rained the last 2 days, I got to go try that out. Because it rained the last few days, the pollen has been, literally, this is what the pollen looks like now. Do you guys see this yellow? It's like sand. All the pollen washed away. This is pollen. Crazy. You guys happy? You might have snow, but we have like sand-like pollen. Luckily, it's been washed away, and we can wash our cars again, and it's looking clean. Now, I'm going to bring the car inside, and I'm curious, do you guys want to wax a little bit? What do you guys think? Or should we do a door or two of the interior to see if it foams with the brush and all that stuff? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments while I pull in the car. I'm thinking maybe interior and then a wax. We got like 25 people still watching. Let me know what you're interested in seeing. We are about, what, a little bit over an hour. Maybe we'll play for like another hour. What do you guys think? I'm going to see here. Wax. Yeah, so Stefan and anyone listening, Grios, hashtag Grios. And then let's say, let's say you want to try the water spot remover. So you say hashtag Grios. I would love to try that water spot remover. And then if you win it, I'm going to pour you like 5 ounces of this, which is plenty, right? 5 ounces should do multiple cars. And if it's something like Best in Show Wax, I'll give you like 1 ounce. I have 1 ounce containers, and that 1 ounce is also going to do like a whole car. Okay. And then interior cleaner, like 4 ounces. Rinseless, I'll give you like 5 ounces and so forth. So, but that's not the whole point. The point is to have fun. We're just watching here. Hopefully you guys win. Okay, we got a couple of waxes. Luminous Easy Up adds gloss and slickness. What waxes you got? I got a lot of waxes. But tonight, specifically, I want to use Griot's Best of Show Wax, which to me is probably my top 5 best liquid waxes. I wouldn't say paste wax. Paste waxes are in a different category. You know what I'm going to do? I want to turn this off and turn it back on again and see. I want to know if the lag is gone. Let me know if the lag is gone, if it is better or not. All right. So let me pull in the car. Couple of things. So as I always mention and I always preach, put things away so you don't have to do it later, okay? So 4 minutes of kind of prepping. So I'll put the lid on the surface wash. Distilled water, put that away. Rinse these out later. Okay. So just like that, we're getting the bottles back. I'm going to pull in the car and I'm going to get ready for the wax and also the interior cleaning because I know you guys still want to watch that too. Don't be lying. I know you guys want to see some interiors being cleaned. That's what you're coming here for, right? Seeing interiors being cleaned. It's funny. Okay, so let's clear out the lines here. That's still open, so let me clear it out. Okay, so that's good. Pour that out. Oh, and guys, if you want to stick around towards the end of the episode, I have a couple of items that I purchased this week that I would love to show you guys, but I kind of jumped into the Grios because, you know, we're scheduled for 6 and not everybody wants to see all the cool goodies I get. But anyone who likes to kind of get a little sneak peek insider of what I'm going to be talking about, and you get a little heads up on things so you're kind of a little bit more educated, stick around to the end of the show and I'll show you what I got. Or if you're sneaky, you can kind of look under that table every so often when I walk around. You can kind of see what I have, but that's not fun, is it? And I'm gonna get new gloves because they were kind of wet. As I mentioned, when we poured, it was dipping into my wrist, and I'm not all about that. All right. So you see, we're almost done here. As I mentioned, also soak your towels, right? So we got 3 gallons of this suds that, look how clear it is. The bottom, that's just, to me, that's not the best. But you can kind of see the dirt particles there. If you're close, you can kind of see it. So I really like this. I really like this clear bucket. And I really like the grit guard. And we're slowly, just for science, we're slowly just dipping this towel in here, seeing what it can absorb. It's taking a while here. It's like a Titanic. It's just slowly sinking. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So for this soap, I noticed that if you do not agitate or touch the soap, it dissipates very fast, which I give it like a 3 out of 10 for that. I don't like that very much. But I also noticed that as soon as you touch it, it agitates, foams up like crazy. So I'm going to give that like a 7 out of 10. A good 7 out of 10 for that. And then let's just get the citrus foam. I think the citrus 1 to 16, I don't think it did a very good job, but I also think that we could have made this a lot stronger, and I could have probably added a little bit more soap. Pretty pleasant smell though. Fairly fruity. It's probably from the shampoo. I did not like how thick that shampoo is. That shampoo is way too viscous. All right, so I'll clear that out later, but that's good. It's should always clear your lines. And then this also, I'm gonna clear my, just because I'm here, sometimes I forget the air compressor. You wanna open your valve so it dries out. You don't want the moisture stuck in your tank lines and rusting. Sorry to anybody. I just made them go deaf. Sorry about that. I should have warned you. Sorry about that. And we're all deaf now. Okay. Here in my car, I like to go drive. Oh, we're going to be washing the wheels tomorrow. So stick around for an unofficial. We will be washing the wheels. All right. Follow me. Oh, it's the other way. Hey. All right. Okay. So let's get the lights for waxing, right? Lights, maybe a camera or two, and some action. If you haven't noticed, we got this cool bad boy from Harbor Freight. It's the Braun, basically their version of the Nex LED. The Nex LEDs are like $250, but it's also battery powered and you can adjust the brightness. This one doesn't do either of those. It's corded. And it's just one on or off, but it's also like $70. So you get what you pay for, as your mama used to say. And I think it's worth at least $70. Let me see here. There we go. All right, I'll get this down. I don't want it to blind you guys. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking pretty. Here, also, I'm gonna do 2 things at once. Look at that. Look how bright that is. No, we did this door last time. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the other door. Let's do an interior clean real quick. Let me turn this light off. I'm going to bring this. There we go. All right. Now I'm gonna bring this over here, and then we're gonna do this door. Okay. Yes. This is the baby door. Okay. So this door should be a lot more to work with. Okay. And every time we do an interior clean, an angel gets its wings. Plus, I get a little bit more practice. I get a little bit more practice of showing you good visuals. All right, so we're gonna lock it in. Let's lock it in. Let me get a little bit of gloves. Lock it and Glock it, guys. By the way, this segment is brought to you by Glock, your pew pew's best friend. All right. I am going to take a sip of coffee. I just need a little breather. Check the cat chat. Great. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Look at that. Look how crisp that looks, right? Okay. AK, what about ADS Pro? Is ADS Pro really worth it? I'm not sure. Dan has mop sync money. What the hell does that even mean, Mondo? Dan is sponsored by Glock. Yeah, I have a nice, what is that? A Glock 4 Gen. Glock 4 Gen. I shouldn't even be talking right now. Okay, anyways. I'm going to get my tools. You guys remember the tools that we tried last week? That was pretty freaking amazing. Let me, hold on. Let me get my Glock ready. Click. That little 9mm. So we got our subcompact right here. Subcompact with the Detail Factory bad boy. And we're going to come in. We are going to see how this performs. Okay. This is their interior cleaner. No dyes, no perfumes. Let's do a brief read on it. Safely cleans interior surfaces and materials. Headliners, dashboards. No dyes, no additives or caustic ingredients. That's good. Can cause damage. This is good. I've been hearing good things about this one. There we go. That's a good angle. Safe on carpet, floor mats, upholstery, vinyl, plastic trim, headliners. Now, for headliners, guys, if you're not an expert, do some research on headliners, but to keep it simple, be careful with adding moisture to your headliners, okay? Make sure you're not using moisture. All right, so test our inconspicuous spot, which we're going to do on the whole panel. Ensure the compatibility for lightly contaminated surface, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it says right here, for cloth, upholstery, and carpet, spray directly onto material, allow to dwell 3 to 5 minutes, agitate with a, we'll say this is a microfiber towel. Okay, he's laughing at me. Stubborn stains may require additional applications, not for use on glass or screens. Okay, there you go. So it's not super universal. Glass and screens is a no-no. Okay, so we're gonna come in here. Hopefully everyone can see me. I'm gonna just do like 3 or 4 sprays. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me slow this down a little bit. Spraying is okay. Let's do a little bit more concentrated test spot. Okay, not bad actually. Okay, I'd say pretty solid. Let me slow this down. There we go. Yeah, I'd say foaming is as decent. Do they advise you this way? No, but I just like to test it this way. We like to test things here that are not conventional. I don't endorse any of my methods, but let's have some fun, right? So I'd say this, if we're going to compare this to Luminous Blanc that we just performed a few days ago, I would say it is not foaming as well, but it still foams. It's already dissipated away. Let me grab a towel, because of course I forgot that. I'm coming with a Rag Company spa towel. I think the only difference between these Rag Company spa towels is that they're long. They're pretty long. They're almost like a double towel. Yeah, this is pretty much like a jobber, except it's blue, and it's like twice as long. So for foaming, I'd say C+. For the fragrance, it's I don't really smell anything. So if you like a zero fragrance, that's excellent. If you're a big fan of fragrance, I don't know, add a fragrance to it. But right now it's pretty safe. Is this flashing? What is this? Is this some marks? There we go. Now it's gone. That worried me for a second here. I was gonna say, is it destroying this mug? No, that's pretty good. Let's see if I can come in here. Let you zoom in. It's not matte. It's not. It's not satin. It's not even like OEM. If just the way it wiped off. Let me do it the way they did it. So they basically say what they say. For upholstery, spray and allow dwell to 3 to 5 minutes. We ain't got time for letting it dwell for 3 to 5 minutes. But they say kind of come in with the towel. You see how that flashes really fast? It flashes almost like Yum Interior. If anyone's used Yum Interior, but it doesn't smell nearly as pleasant. These are either burns or stains. So that's actually like, yeah, that's like scratched plastic or something. That's not actually a stain. And it's still a little bit of wet there. Yeah. It's pretty good. Let's test it right here. This is nice and dirty. We got an area here that I can test. This should be good here. Because I know we want to go to the I know we want to do wax. So let's do this. Can I zoom in? It just keeps touching the chat. There we go. There we go. So we'll do the lower walkers. Now, if I was a professional, I would have already had this cleaned with multi-star 1 to 10 spray bottle, and then I would come in with a pressure washer and do almost like a touchless on the door jambs. But because we are having fun and we are trying stuff, it's all pollen from just like 2 days. That's how bad it is here. KCX foamer pairs perfectly with both. Yes, in a foamer. Tomorrow, guys, because I don't want to do too much right now, but tomorrow let's try it in a foamer. Let's see if I can. So basically, I'm gonna come in with like a 3, 4. This is not necessary. You really just want it to be wiped down. But for the Instagram followers, we're foaming it. Pretty decent. I like how the brush is getting the little corners. If you're old, okay, like if you're old, this might be in favor for you. Or maybe you have some sort of wrist issues, medical issues. Okay, not everyone is physically able. Yes, this is fun. Sure, I personally enjoy it. Yes, I might not need a drill brush, but we're just kind of showing you different methods of cleaning that might not always be the efficient way, but it's definitely enjoyable. Okay, so just kind of wipe it down. Pretty good. Smooth. Not like waterless wash smooth, but it definitely has a nice, very, very nice. Definitely a good interior cleaner, I'd say. To keep it simple, not the best, but far from being a bad one. This is definitely a good one. And I think that looks pretty good. You see how this is a little, so that, I don't know what that is. Maybe some cheese or something. And that's it. It doesn't leave any sort of sheen, doesn't leave any sort of matte or satin. It looks like I didn't even wipe it with product. So if you just want like a straight cleaner with no protection, no fragrances, no dyes, definitely check out this interior cleaner. Don't forget hashtag Grios in the comments when this live stream is over, and that might be yours. You might try it. I think one of my last 4 winners asked for that interior cleaner, 512 detail if he's in the house, and he should get his sample in like the next couple of days. So hopefully I'll get an opinion on whether he likes it or not. It could have foamed a little bit better. It wasn't the worst. I'd say it's a B. Let's say C+ to a B for foaming with the method that we did. Not everybody wants foam, right? I like it. I like foam, but it's okay. All right. Now let's get to the wax. I'm gonna read the comments really fast. Door jams. Gotta do it for the gram. Yep, do it for the gram. MZR is less. MZR has no degreasers. So if you're a professional and you're cleaning interiors, pretty much Polestar for the maintenance washes, and then MZR. Don't use Green Star. Green Star has degreasers in it. What's up, Chingy? How are you doing, my friend? Hopefully my voice is good. Hopefully the quality is good tonight. Got my camera ready for the foam brush money shot. Yeah, dude. Let me know how you like this stuff. And I think this is pretty, again, this is not probably your best friend for a professional, but if you want to put on a show and you're a content creator, this might be one of your best friends for making some cool foam without hurting your wrist, right? All right. GOF, PNS, natural finish. Oh, and tomorrow, guys, what I want to do is I want to go over a couple of these items here. Over this, which is my neon sign. I think I'm going to put this neon sign right here. It even says to open it. Oh, here we go. Please record a video before opening the package. So they want to make sure it's not broken before. But yeah, so neon sign. We're going to open this tomorrow. I got this bad boy. If anyone knows what this is, we'll go over this tomorrow. And then we got a Yum/Vanguard package here. So I don't want to go through it now because it's the griots time. Either later tonight if someone reminds me, or tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to wash the wheels. And we have I don't know what my card is. We have a couple of griots wheel tools. So we'll do wheels tomorrow. We'll try the interior cleaner in the foamer, right? The KCX foamer. And also maybe if you guys are feeling squirrely, we could do a light engine bay clean, 50% engine bay dressing by griots and 50% motor plast, and see which one levels better. That's a good idea for tomorrow, possibly. All right. Which one of those three do you like the most, Don? All right, let's see here. I'm catching up. I should be getting my rinse list early next week. Awesome, Nate. Okay, what time tomorrow? I'm not sure exactly. I got people, actually, that the lady that just picked up the picnic table that I was selling, she was supposed to come by at like in the afternoon. So now that she did, I don't know, I might be more available. We'll see. But I do want to get this squared away here. All right, so today we just did a surface pre-wash, pH neutral. We also pre-applied their citrus in a 16:1 in the IK. Then we came in with their super concentrated, all right, 1/2 ounce to a gallon, basically a soft wash, right? They're soft wash, okay? They call it concentrated car wash, okay? Rinsed it off. It's pretty slick. Not the best. And then we came in with their Best of Show detailer, which I actually thought was very good. Must be over there. Yeah, so the Best of Show detailer. Now I'm prepping for the wax. Let me get a couple of things real quick. And you know what? For the culture, come with me. Just because it's fun, right? You guys like to see what I'm doing. It's always fun to see me. All right, so this is kind of like my polishing pads corner here. I got all my Bosch tools. Anyways, so we have the choice between the 18-inch random orbital or the 12-volt. Since my Glock subcompact runs 12-volt, I'm just going to be lazy and grab the battery off of that. And I have a brand new pan, the organizer jeweling pad. Haven't tried that one yet. But because I have specific pads that I've used for certain waxes, I'm going to reuse it and be cheap right now. Okay, so we're going to use a 5-inch DIY jeweling pad. There's no fragrance. It's pretty much cleaned. What are you guys' thoughts on DIY's polishing pads? Has anyone tried it? Okay, so we got red jeweling pad, 5-inch. We're going to put the 12-volt in. I'm thinking, guys, because this thing covers a lot of surface, I'm curious, guys, because we had a talk last night. Did you guys watch Clear Coat Confessions, brought to you by Greg Seafold? Someone was saying about coating and waxes. Whoop. Someone said, maybe me, said that you could pretty much wax a car in like 20 to 25 minutes. And I still believe I can. I just squirted all over the place, guys. I'm going to have to clean that up here. Did you guys see me squirt? The first time for everything. Oh, gosh. Wiping off this wax here. Yeah, so I just popped the lid and it just prematurely squirted a little bit. But I pretty much just cleaned it up. Smells so good. Let me just toss this and clean my hands. So this best of show liquid wax is some of the most pleasant fragranced waxes that I've ever worked with. It's a solid 9.5 out of 10 for fragrance. And the wipe off, as I remember, it was excellent as well. So what we're gonna do is, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move the camera. Who's here? I'm missing the chat. I'm going, since it's daylight here, I'm going to do it this way. I'm practicing lighting angles here, guys. Bear with me. That looks pretty good. What's up, David? Can you look down? Oh, I think it's because it's tethered to me. So, all right, take the brain out. Now look down. Okay. All right. So today we're going to use Best of Show Griots. Deep reflective shine with ultra premium carnauba wax protection for concourse quality paint. Little concourse. I love this stuff already. I'm just going to tell you that. Which one? That sticker right there. Also, if you're winning my giveaways, you're getting stickers, guys. You're getting a couple of them too, in assortments of sizes. So be sure to write hashtag griots in the comments when the live is over. Shake well. May be applied to a clean, cool, or warm panel. Apply a thin, even coat to the paint surface by hand or orbital, low speed, okay? Low speed, using a red foam waxing pad. Allow to cure 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to have a little chat, guys. I might make some coffee. Wipe the initial residue with a clean premium jobber. I'm just kidding, that jobber. Microfiber cloth. Turn cloth over and lightly buff. So pretty standard, right, guys? 20 to 30 minutes. Yes, we are doing the Best of Show finish wax, which is personally one of my favorite waxes, okay? Fragrance, the wipe off, the price, everything, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to start the clock. I'm going to set it for 30 minutes. And we're going to keep an eye on this. Doesn't have to be exact. It's between 20 to 30, okay? I'm going to put a little bit. Don't need very much. It's hard to do it because I'm looking through my phone. I'm not really looking at it. So it's like, all right. And then we're going to kind of do what Conway does. He kind of dots it. So we're going to kind of. Okay. So we dotted it. And you know what? Just because I can cover so much room. Oh, and I don't have a battery. So let's get a battery from my Glock. I mean, my subcompact Bosch. Let that click in the mug. All right, set it to low. Let's set it to 2. 2 is better. No pressure. You want to make sure the pad is actually spinning. They're a little higher. Now, we already applied luminous eclipse on this side, so I'm going to not do that door panel. Smells really good. I'm just doing the spoiler real quick. Looks pretty good, right? You can kind of see that. Alrighty. Let's see if I can get the light. Do I really need the light? The light helps. It doesn't hurt, right? Let's get a little light. Let there be light. Now, wax should not be rushed. You should be taking your time with your wax. You should be enjoying your wax. You and your wax are best friends, okay? You love wax. You want to take wax out to dinner, okay? Okay, just slight coverage. There we go. I don't want to. There we go. Oh, it's spinning a lot better. It's looking pretty good now. Yeah, there we go. That's looking good. Okay. You can kind of see the heading on. You are doing Karate Kid wax on, wax off. Very good, Denya-san. Yes, excellent, right? And we're just kind of showing you this quickly. We're at what, 26 maybe? Yeah, literally almost 26. I'm pretty good with the time. All right, so just so you guys can see a little better, because this lights honestly are not that good. I might as well just physically just carry this new Harbor Freight light, which is doing a lot better. This Harbor Freight light, not bad. I think I'm keeping it. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, right? Okay, get you a little bit closer here. So right now I've used about maybe a quarter of an ounce of wax. Kind of dotting the panels here. Very nice. I love the checkered look from the waffle pad. Yeah, it's still pretty good. Still a good amount on here. Still see it coming on. Yep, still a good amount on here. Yeah. Add a little bit more. Hopefully you can see it okay. See what I'm doing here? Pretty good. Definitely not splattering too much. I'm making sure that the pad is getting decent rotation, but not too fast. I'm not putting really any pressure. Just enough so it can spin around and And the front I'm not going to touch because it's coated, and the bumper, I'm just going to leave the bumper. So that's pretty much it. See some of it starting to haze over here, so yeah, you can definitely see it hazing now. Let's see if you can see this. See what you can see. Let's see how you guys doing here. So you can see that. Let's see if this helps a little bit here. Yeah. Not too bad. It's not the strongest pattern like some others I mentioned. Let's see. Can I do it like this? I think this is what I do. I got to go reversed. Reversed of the light. I think that's how I do it, right? Yeah, now you can see it. So it's the reverse of the light. You can see the application. Can you guys see that? That's a nice pattern. Okay, so we're what, 15 minutes maybe? So 22 minutes left. I'm going to make a quick coffee. Looks pretty good. Definitely like this pattern here. You can see that with the angle. So you saw how much I used. I didn't use very much. Took me like what, 6 or 7 minutes to wash pretty much, or wax like 2/3 of the car, right? You could tell that I could do the roof and probably the bumper probably another 10 minutes, right, at most. So if anyone says, wow, waxing so long, crazy, right? I mean, it really depends. Are you gonna like hand wax? Now, obviously, a spray and rinse off sealant is gonna be a lot quicker, right? I mean, you literally just put it in the foam cannon, go to town, rinse off. But not everything needs to be super fast. The method that we just did is going to be the faster of the wax methods. Not everyone has the wrist capabilities, or not everyone wants to use their wrist to wax, right? Some people don't have the best body to wax. So sometimes having like an automated polisher is very helpful to those who might need a little bit of assistance here. Let me go get a quick coffee, and that's a mosquito. Let me wipe off that spray, overspray I see on the glass. Yeah, a little bit of overspray there. Just polishing that out before it dries. Not every polish or wax is safe for trim, so you kind of want to make sure that your stuff doesn't splatter. Looks pretty good though. All right, bear with me 5 minutes. If I was fancy schmancy, I would put like a 2-second commercial here for some ads. Maybe I'll talk to Greg, run some ads, but I'm gonna get a coffee really quick here. Let me know in the comments how you think the wax has performed so far. To me, from what I see, it's pretty good. A solid B plus, I'd say. The fragrance is very pleasant. Let's see here. Get a quick little decaf. Be cool if you guys can still hear me here. We have about between 10 to 20 minutes left before we wipe this off. Hi, puppy. How are ya? Hi. Hi. All right. Well, my coffee is brewing here. I'm going to get situated. Yeah, these battery-powered lights, if you keep them on for like more than 10 minutes, they just really go to shit. Honestly, I wish the battery technology was a little bit better, but it's not there yet. But these Harbor Freight lights, I feel like I should get a second Harbor Freight light. Coffee. Dan, reset mic when you get coffee. All right, let's just reset it now. I'm going to reset the mic. All right, testing. I turned What? What do you want? What do you want? My coffee's almost ready. You want a quick treats before? Okay, 17 minutes left. Here's your treat. Now go lie down. Okay, I'll be there in 20 seconds probably. This coffee pours very slow, but man, the quality is excellent. You know, it's funny, for like, I'm almost 40 years old. I didn't drink coffee for like the first like 35 years of my life. And then I started liking coffee, I don't know, a couple years ago. Probably started with iced coffee, but then all of a sudden I got this like Nespresso machine, and I was like, wow, this is actually what coffee is supposed to taste like. And I've been to Italy. I've had good coffee. It's just when I was in Italy, it was like 20 years ago, and I wasn't drinking coffee. So if I had like a nice espresso, look at that. Look at that. Look at the creme. Super good. All right, boys. Let's take a look at the panel that we did. And you can kind of see where I went over. Little Italy. Little Italy. All right. So you can see the hazing, right? You could definitely see the hazing going. We're got about sort of about halfway in. Okay. Let's see this. I think if I go like this, bring the light here, and I go to the opposite side, I should see it very well. Yeah, look at that. Look at this, guys. I'm figuring it out. So you can see where I didn't go and where I did, right? It's not wiping away very fast right now. So let's wait another like 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, let's wait another 10 minutes and see what a wipe does. So that looks pretty good. I started drinking coffee when I was in the Navy. I had coffee in Turkey. Oh, Turkish coffee is really good, especially with the hot sand. Yeah, their hot sand coffee, really good. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see some patterns. Okay. See how this is, a little wipe. Oh, see, that wipe wasn't as good. See, it's still kind of stuck there. All right, well, we're going to give it another 10 minutes. I don't know if you could see this side too well because the lighting, I didn't bring the lighting yet. Good, guys, falling asleep here on the East Coast. Yeah, it's late. What is it? 7:50, 9:50, almost 11 o'clock there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. What should I do, Stefan? Should I move to the Midwest so I'm in the middle of everybody? And then eventually, it's hard. What about the people in the East Coast? They're asleep right now. Wake up, East Coast. Wake up, Asia. Wake up, Europe. All right, so a reminder while we're taking a quick break. We just waxed with Best of Show Detailer. If you want a sample of this, I'm giving away to 4 lucky winners. Hashtag Grios in the comment. Could be this. Maybe you want this. Maybe you want Best of Show Quick Detailer. If you noticed my channel is relatively new. My hashtags, I usually get about 20 to 30 hashtags. So if I'm giving 4 winners, that's pretty good odds, right? I'd say that's some pretty decent odds. The brain is not back in. Let's put the brain back. It's pretty jiggly. UK, it's nearly 4 in the morning. Yeah, I would not expect them to be awake right now. So push the trigger. There we go. So the pad is really good. The 12 volts is a little weak. I put it on the speed 5 because it was catching really, really hard with the paint. Make sure when you're covering your wax, the thing is actually spinning. I did take out the backing plate, so it should be even easier to spin. What I normally do is I'll clean out these pads, but I'm going to do this later. So right now, as I'm waiting, I'm just going to grab the back so I don't rip it. And then I'm going to put it back in its bag because this is the pad I use just for the griots. As I mentioned, I have certain pads for certain workloads, and this is my griots bag. Keeps it easier. Okay. Smell my fingers. Smells great. I really, really, really like this. The smell of this wax. If I haven't said it already, it's in my top 5 favorite fragrances for waxes. Okay, and the suds, as you notice, the suds is pretty much all gone right now. But if you just touch it, it comes right back. Yeah, look at that. So as I mentioned, the suds dissipate too quickly, 3 out of 10. But as soon as you touch it, it comes right back. I'll put this in there. So I soak my stuff overnight. You got a little bit of soap in here. You guys notice I like to kind of clean my stuff all the time and make sure there's like nothing really sitting in my things. It's kind of just like a good practice to kind of get used to kind of flushing your stuff out, rinsing it. I'll do all this stuff later, but it's just good to kind of get in the habit. Got like 10 minutes to kill here, so might as well. All right, that's good. This is nice and dry. My pressure washer gun, if you notice, my pressure washer gun is leaking pretty badly, so I'm going to have to probably spend a little bit of time to figure out why it's leaking, or I might just have to replace it. As you notice, when we use the pre-wash, we use the Griots foam cannon in the metering tips. The metering tips are pretty cool. I wasn't using very much product, but I also did not like that the metering tips are very small. So when I have to take them out to just foam without them, you know, it's very easy to lose. It's very easy to lose the metering tips. I'm just drying my cart here because, as I was mentioning, my pressure washer was leaking, so everything was kind of wet here. All right, so now everything's nice and dry again. Nice and good. We'll use that towel, soak that in the bucket with everything else. All right, bring this back. Let's see how the wax is doing now. Steel Reserve Scotch. What are we talking about? What are we looking at here? Yes, Steven, you're gonna say Griots best show detailer after the comments, Steven, after the show. So if you're going to bed tomorrow, you're gonna watch this again. You're gonna watch the whole video, and you're gonna comment. What are you barking at? You're gonna comment interior detailer, okay? All right. So what am I doing? I'm looking at the wax. Let's look at the wax again real quick. It's coming with a plush towel. What do we want? Think something like this. One of these popos. Should we use a leveling towel? What do you guys want? Hashtag after the show. Do you want a pluffle? I love the pluffles. Oh gosh. I love the eaglets. Eaglets are great for wiping off wax. Let's try eaglet. Mondo and your jobbers, I swear to God. All right, so that wax looks good. Much better, right? That looked much better on the wipe off. Oh, that's a good angle here. That's a good angle. Mondo, I'm so sorry. Or Nate, I'm so sorry. So we're doing an eaglet. That's excellent. 9 out of 10 for wipe off. One wipe. Like dust. Like dust, okay? That's great. You saw that? Like, look at that. A little bit of, you see how that's like hashtag jobber. Mondo, if you win, I'm just going to put a jobber in there for you. Okay, so you can see where I have been. I have not been. That's just really nice. Okay, so a little buff. Super good, right? You can easily see how easy it is to wipe off. And it's basically like one wipe. It doesn't, and you see where I kind of went over? One wipe. And as the second one, you can see how it cleans up. Like it buffs really. It starts glossing really well. So you can see where I have not been, where I have. Okay, you can see that's so obvious. See if I can do this so you can see it. Wow, that's just super nice. Okay, and where are we at for time? Okay, So it was about like 14, 24 minutes. I'm just going to take this brain out. The brain just really aggravates me. Come on, straight. There we go. Okay, so let's just finish this off here. You know what? This is aggravating me. I'm just gonna grab the stand here because he doesn't want to watch me. He just wants to follow other things, and he's supposed to be watching. Let's see if you can see this from here. I don't think it matters. I think you guys got some good visuals right there, right? Was that good visuals? Whoops. There we go. That looks good. All right. Beautiful. There we go. Okay. Eaglet. Cute little eaglet. Since I can see it, there's a slight bit of haze there. I buffed it out. And then here we clearly haven't been. I could see it so easily. And there's a little bit of splatter here. A little bit of splatter. Very slick. Very smooth. Coming with the other side. What I like about these eaglets is the size. You see how quick I'm able to kind of like wipe at things without it bunching on me? So that's super nice, right? Let's see. What I'm missing here is an extension cord. I would love for this light to be a little longer. I wonder if you guys can see because it's getting a little dark out here. It's kind of hard to see right now. Let's see if this will reach. Just too short. Here we go. I think this will fit. Yeah. All right, so that looks good. You can definitely tell where it is. You can see the haze, right? So first I'll do the roof. I just do for what I do, I just do top to bottom. Just get in the habit of it. Top to bottom. Wow. Okay, so this one is a little bit harder to wipe down, probably because I use too much. Let me see if I can not block my damn light. Yeah, that's better. That's better, right? Does that look better? Yeah, there we go. Okay, and I'm gonna come in. I'm just gonna do it righty because I'm gonna block the light. So I'm using my right hand. Not as yeah. So as you see, if you do it too much, it's not as forgiving. I recommend less is more, like most waxes. Yeah, definitely taking a couple of passes to get through it. But it doesn't feel grabby at all. It just feels like I'm not removing it. Almost like I should probably let it sit for another 5 to 10 minutes. We're at 5 minutes left. So we're about 25 minutes. Yeah, definitely not as fun on a wipe off this time. But it's super slick, does not feel grabby. It just doesn't have that like removal like earlier where it was pretty much dust. I'm gonna get a new towel. Go soak this in the bucket real quick. And I have the final panel to wipe off. Hopefully the third panel will be the easiest because it's been sitting the longest. Let's get a jobber for Mondo. A job. So here we go. We got a jobber for Mondo. Got himself. Oh, here we go. Okay, it's got a like a leveling side and a higher pile. Oh, got the hiccups. Higher pile side. Yeah, so that wipe off was the second time was not the best. Hey, Brant, did you get your interior cleaner yet? Did you see me do the interior cleaner tonight? Yeah, it's pretty slick. Very slick though. I would just recommend if you're coming in and polishing this, use less. Use less product. There we go. There we go. Go here. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So let's see how it wipes. Pretty good. Super easy, right? Like dust. Super dust. Coming with the jobber. I'm going to do this in a way that doesn't block the light. Yes, super easy again. Like a solid A minus for wipe off. It has a, it's not grabby. It's almost like a, what's the word? It's, it, I want to say a wax feeling because that's a really bad choice of words. Has kind of like, if you ever touch the wax, like a candle wax, and you have that kind of like, it's like a grippy yet slippery feeling of wax. That's what it feels like right here. Like right here, it feels really like slippery but waxy at the same time. I really don't know how to explain that. Maybe I'm getting tired. But the wipe off is solid A minus. The trick is if you're not letting it cure long enough, or you're putting it on too much, you definitely can feel it. Don't use too much. Give it time to kind of chalk line, as you saw that, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, this looks good. Here, let's see if you can see this. Let's see if you can see what I see. Yeah, like, yeah, it's a B plus. The pleasant smell and the price. I wouldn't say it's the most expensive, but I enjoy it. So as you can see, there's some on the trim here. You wipe it away, it doesn't stain, so that's good. Really nice. It's some on the window. It's kind of sticking to the window. Let's see if that's the inside. Is that the inside? That might be the inside. I wonder what that is. Yeah, that's the inside. I wonder, that wasn't the interior cleaner. I don't know what that was. But anyways, I can see it right now because of this nice light. So as you see, I have not done that area. Do the low pile side. Kind of grab as you saw it, kind of folded the towel. The grabbiness is noticeable, but it's not really bad. It's some people don't like any grabby. After the second or third buff, it gets noticeably slicker. And you can even see the wax right here. So I would say this is too much wax on this side. Coming with this clean side. Yeah, very nice. What, puppy? Why are you barking? Hold on, I'm gonna get you some water. I might have to go get him some water, guys. Bear with me here. And it's officially been 30 minutes. Timer just went off. Let me finish this panel and get him some water really quick. And in fact, I want to bring the light over there, but there we go. Yeah, I just want to be able to see that. Oh, there we go. Now I can see. I wonder if you guys can see that too. Yeah, there we go. This light is really powerful. You can actually kind of see where I haven't been yet, right? That's the last bit, which I haven't been. So get yourself some lights, guys. If you don't have any lights, super helpful. All right, let me go get some water for my dog. 1 second, guys. Bear with me. Sorry. What are you barking at, buddy? What are you barking at? Are you thirsty? What's wrong? What's your deal? I'm doing a live stream right now, so you heard you. I'm in the middle. You got no water. Oh man, it's one of those days, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching, even though I had to move people coming in to get my outside furniture, coffee breaks, water breaks. Okay. There you go, pups. There you go. Gotta go back to the stream. Hopefully they can still hear me. Alrighty. Yeah, this lighting is really helpful. Okay, so I see one small, as I walk to the car, I see one spot I missed right here. There we go. Looks excellent. Just do an extra buff. just because I'm just coming here. Can't remember if I did this or not. I don't think so. Oh, here we go. I missed some spot right here. There we go. Looks really good. Yep. Yeah, this light is worth its weight. For sure. Yeah. Way better than my light cart. Sorry, light cart. I might be phasing you out. You're not cutting in my book lately. All right. So we are going to wind out the night, guys. I'm going to give an overview of what we just did. Read some of the comments because I haven't read it in about 5 minutes. Hopefully it follows me. Okay. Hey, follow me. He really doesn't want to follow. There we go. I was about to say, you really don't want to follow me. Okay, so hashtag Griots in the comments. 4 winners tonight, or not tonight. I'm going to do it in 24 hours. Just getting all the stuff. So today, we pre-treated the car with citrus. This is diluted 4-to-1. We cut it even more. We made it 16-to-1. We added a little bit of shampoo so we can do the Ivan LaCroix method in the IK foamer with compressed air. Foamed pretty well, being under pressure. The dwell time wasn't the best, but we foamed on a surface wash, which is their pH neutral surface wash. Very pleasant coconut pina colada smell, very pleasant smell. Rinsed off very well, foamed very well with the little metering tips on the end of the pressure washer. It didn't clean very well. Okay, this is their pH neutral. I still wish it kind of rinsed off the pollen a little bit more, but it's okay. Tripod with remote. What do you say, Mondo? Once we rinsed off the pre-wash, right, citrus is surface wash, we came in again in the bucket. We used the tri-fiber pad, 3 gallons, and we used 1.5 ounce. The pour, very bad. I don't like how it poured, very thick. The bubbles dissipated very fast, also bad. Agitation was very quick. That's good. The slickness was decent. If the pre-wash cleaned a little bit better, I bet it was as much pollen. I think the car needs to be clayed. I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. We're probably gonna have to end up claying the car. This is still on over here. It's pretty bright. Let's turn that off. So I think the next step we should probably clay the car. But anyways, didn't feel as slick. I give it a C plus. C plus for slickness. We're talking about this soap right here. The viscosity not so good. Rinsed off pretty well. Foamed pretty well in the foam cannon. I'd have to break down a little bit more about the price. I would say it's not the best price per use per ounce because you're using a 1/2 ounce to a gallon. That's usually, to me, that's not really the most concentrated. Even though they call it super concentrated, that doesn't mean anything to me. And then once we rinsed that off, we came in with the Best of Show detailer. Okay, this stuff actually was pretty nice, very slick, smelled well. Slight streaking because I kind of let it sit there a little longer than probably should. Like most of these quick detailers, you kind of have to be careful with them. I would check this out if you ever find it on sale. Griots often has a lot of sales, so keep an eye on sales. I recommend buying their products through sales. They often have sales. Just kind of keep an eye on the rotation. If you this does not get let me back it up. If you live in the Tacoma, Washington/Washington area and you visit the Griots headquarters, they often will give you a free refill of their Speed Shine, which is their kind of like entry level quick detailer. This is kind of like their fancier, more higher end quality quick detailer. But they don't do free refills of this one. They do the. Is everything good? It looks like it's frozen here. Let me refresh this. Am I alive? Are we good? Looks like it's not loading. Let me restart it. We good? We good again? This is like tweaking on me. All right. Yeah. So I just restarted the app. It looked like it was fine. Okay. Anyways, so we used the goat drying towel, and the goat drying towel blew me away today because I haven't used the goat in like, I don't know, 6 months. Once once I switched to the rinseless divas or the DIY mini drying blanket or the detailed popos, any of these like smaller, between 1,000 to 1,200 GSM, I haven't looked back. Okay, all I remember is when I used the goat, a lot of the times it would it would unbalance my load. It was just total overkill normally. But today, being what now it's 54 degrees. Earlier it was 58. Um, we used the goat only on one side. We didn't even flip the towel. The entire car was just dried with one side of the towel, and it was still dry. It was starting to get slightly damp towards the end, but it was so nice to dry a car with only using one side of the towel. Amazing, amazing. Anyways, once we did that, we did a quick demonstration of the interior cleaner. We did the passenger baby door. Um, we did the we did the method that they recommend, which was spray on to the panel, agitate with a cloth, but we didn't wait 2 to 5. We didn't wait 3 to 5 minutes. I don't have patience to. I also don't like spraying something on directly onto upholstery and letting it sit forever. I just don't do that. Okay. If you're comfortable doing that, that's fine. But to be honest with you, I'm just not a fan of like spraying something, and letting it sit for that long. To me, usually it dries. But what we did was we tried it. We sprayed on the panel, and we used my subcompact bad boy. Where's my subcompact? Here we go. Lock and load, boys. Rack and tap, right? Rack and tap. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Rack and tap. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. And if you need to reload, overkill, right? So rack and tap, okay? That's what you're supposed to do with your drill brush. All right, so anyways, we did this method. It foams pretty good. I'd say is a C plus to B minus on foaming. Tomorrow, we're going to try the wheel cleaner. We're going to try this in the foamer. Let's see if that works. Right now, the interior cleaner was pretty decent. I'd give it a solid passing grade. It's definitely not my favorite. Um, Pros and cons to the interior cleaner. Pros: no fragrance, no dyes, foams decently, pretty interior safe. Cons: not safe on glass, not safe on screens, doesn't foam enough. I like fragrances, so that plus and minus. This could be a neutral because you maybe don't like fragrances, so this might be a con to you, and it could be a plus. I like fragrances. I want more foam. Um, I haven't used it enough to show you the cleaning power. I'd say it did not leave a matte finish. It didn't leave a satin finish. It left a completely like you didn't even clean the car. There's no protection. So that's I would say that's considered a plus to me because it's like a designated cleaning with no protection. So if you're lazy, or I'm not saying lazy, but if you're a person that is pretty much doing maintenance, and your car's not super dirty, I might recommend an interior and protect product as opposed to a designated cleaning. If you're doing a car that might be a little bit heavier in dirt, or you might be doing some sort of like coating inside, and you don't want some protection, this might be a really good interior cleaner for you. Okay. Dan is dangerous with the fluffy brush gun. Yeah, I'm also dangerous at the range too. Okay, so be careful with me. I got a lot of good targets, okay? And my aim is actually pretty decent. Okay, never point. Always have some good trigger fingers when you're using your drill brush. Okay, always point away. Assume that it's always loaded at all times. Okay, and always disarm and always pull the rack to make sure it's disengaged because you could have a drill brush still in the chamber. So always make sure you pull out the drill brush. Okay. Those who know. All right. So, and then what do we do, guys? So I'm jumping all over the place. So tomorrow, unofficially, I don't know what time. Let's say like, I don't know, like 12 or 1 o'clock. Let's say like 11 in the morning, my time. We're going to do a little bit of wheels. Griot's has their own wheel tools. Never used it before. It looks like a toilet brush. I'm excited to try this is their Griot's 3-in-1 wheel and tire and mat. So this is like wheels, tires, and, floor mats. To me, that sounds like just an APC. I tested the pH. It's a 12, and so to me that sounds just like a normal APC. It's RTU, so it's already made, and there's no iron removers in this one. Okay, so this is their alkaline wheel cleaner, wheel and tire, and let's do the wheels tomorrow. And also, let's try their actual rinseless. This to me looks like Indo from Quiver. If you're familiar with Indo, the smell, we can deep dive this tomorrow. Does not smell like Indo. Let me go get Indo just so I can compare. Just because, right, guys? All right, pineapple, break, rogue, Indo. I'm organized now, guys. I have all my stuff together. So this is Indo. First, I'll just shake it. There we go. Very fruity. Almost like a pina colada. Almost like a pina colada. So that's fruity. More of like a cleaner smell. It's good though. I would say Indo smells a lot better. I'm only comparing it to because they look very similar. Let's try this rinseless tomorrow with the wheels. And we have water spot remover. Does anyone want to try the water spot remover? Hashtag Griot's in the comments. Let me know. I don't think we're going to try this. I don't think I really need it. We did not try this today, but we can try this at another time. This is their rinseless wash and wax. So as you see, there's wax in this. I've used this a couple times, as you see there. I like it. It doesn't have the strongest cleaning power, but like their show-winning wax, it's very pleasant smell. It gives it a really nice gloss on the paint, and it's pretty slick. I'd say it's a good B+ on slickness. If you want a sample of that, I'll pour you a couple ounces. Let you try that out. Don't get the wrong Indo. Oh, Brant, I have that Indo too. You know me. I'm in the West Coast. We got Indo for days out here. I'm going to compare it with Sword V2, which is fragrance free. Yeah, Brant, let me know. Because Brant, Brant, if those are not familiar, Brant is 512 Detail. He received last week's winner. He chose the interior detail. I sent it to him. He'll get it probably beginning of next week, most likely. Let me know how you like it compared to whatever you just mentioned. I already don't see it here. Oh, it's Sword V2 because they're both fragrance free. Let me know. Speaking of fragrances, they have Griot's has like 4 or 5 fragrances. This one is their fine leather. And honestly, I bought it, right? Because I tried it at the store. Their leather, they did a really good job. This is a solid A for leather fragrance. It has that nice, rich, like, to me, it feels like I just smelled like a really fresh wallet, or I just got in a car that has like really thick leather seats. Very rich smelling. If you're a leather fragrance person, I would say, honestly, this stuff is probably my favorite leather smells for fragrance. I almost never use it, but sometimes, like right now, ooh, that smells so good. Nothing like a nice fresh smell of leather. What do you guys think, guys? Leather smells excellent. And we will wash the towels with the microfiber wash. I used one load. I've already used one load, and it looks like I've already used like a 15th of the bottle. They recommend 2 to 4 ounces per load. I did 1 ounce or 2 ounce with no other detergent. The smell, as you know, some like microfiber washes has like a yum, or yum has like a watermelon smell. Rags to Riches, can't recall what Rags to Riches smells like, but it's a very subtle. Renaissance. I think Renaissance smells like citrusy, kind of like a Sprite. This smells like Green Star, like straight concentrated Green Star. It has like an APC smell to it. Um, when I shake it up, it doesn't feel like it's very thick or very concentrated. If you wash your towels with Rags to Riches or Yum, and I think Renaissance, make sure you shake your bottle because there's like a lot of like gelatin kind of chemicals that sit at the bottom. And I learned this the hard way because I went through a whole 32 ounces of Rags to Riches. And when I was done to like the last couple of ounces, I noticed the whole bottom was just like gel. And I've realized that I should have been shaking it up every time. So the last like 50 loads with my new bottle of Rags to Riches, I shake the bottle every time and then I pour it with my thing, right? I have one of those like the pouring things and it's so much thicker and it works so much better. So always make sure you shake up your microfiber solutions before you use them. And then tomorrow, wheels, maybe rinseless. Do you guys want to do a little engine bay wash and compare this to Motorplast? This is basically their engine bay dressing. Okay, it's in an aerosol can. If you guys want to do engine bay wash, this is what I would probably do. We're going to come in with citrus. This is 4-to-1, which is perfect for their engine bay. We'll spray the citrus. We'll foam on their surface wash, which is kind of like their active foam, right? We'll let it dwell. We'll use some brushes to clean the engine. We'll rinse it. And then we're going to blow dry the cracks and crevices and spray half the car with the engine dressing. And I'm going to spray half the car with Motorplast. And then we're going to close the hood. We'll wash the wheels. We'll do a rinseless. You know me. It'll probably take like an hour or so, maybe 2 hours. You know me. I'm nice and slow. And then we'll lift up the hood and see which one performed better, the engine bay dressing or Motorplast. I've never used that engine bay dressing, and I think a lot of us have used Motorplast, so I think that'll be a pretty cool comparison. I really like Yum's lemon spray. Are you talking about their deodorizer? Where is it? I have the whole bag of Yum here. Interior? No. My eyes are blind from the soft lights. I literally can't see in here. Where is it? Are you talking about their lemon deodorizer? This stuff is really good. Personally, it's too strong. Cut it 50-50. I have a bottle in the house, 50-50, much better. And I have it in the misting bottle, okay? Because this output's too strong. So if you're a person that likes fragrances a little bit strong, this lemon is very strong, okay? When he says at the end, unpleasant odors linger, products do not saturate the surface. A little bit goes a very long way, explanation point. He's not lying, okay? If you're a person that likes to spray a little bit heavier than normal, cut this 50-50, okay? Cut this 50-50 because the lemon can get a little too strong sometimes, but this stuff is really good. I like it a lot. Okay, we're pretty much done. So I want to kind of tease you guys with some of the stuff that I got here. I'm going to go over for in the next week or so. I'll put my Yum stuff back. Okay, so the first thing, we got Greg in the house. What's up, Greg? We have officially we have a paint gauge now. Okay, so Dan's Diamond Detail not only has a good paint gauge, but we got the exact paint gauge that Conway suggested. This will basically be able to. I'm gonna have the computer set up. I'll tinker with this so it's kind of like more seamless when I try it out. But pretty much, I will be able to scan the entire car, keep track of the whole car. Know more accurate paint scales. There's about $190 right now at Walmart. It's actually pretty much on sale. And then when we have clients later on, I'll be able to keep track of people's paint and show the clients exactly the condition of their paint. So this is good. We got a paint gauge. I got a gloss meter coming too. What's up, Greg? How you doing, my friend? Greg, look, we got a Yum care package here. Big A sent this to me. Shout out to Big A. Yeah, so I think they retail for like $250 or something. This was $180 or something at Walmart. I almost bought it at I don't know, some other place, but it was like 200. So we got a Yum / the House of Rags care package. Packaged pretty well. I'll save this for later. We got 2 items in this mug. One, we'll go over these later. Ooh, the Woolies. The Woolies. Are they the most affordable? But hopefully they're amazing. And we got one more item in here. Do anyone want to guess what it is? Oh, oh! As the Katsuba people say, oh, whoa, whoa! So we got the Woolies, and we got the ceramic Vanguard wax. We will compare this with the. Let's move this here. Oh! So we will go over this tomorrow. We will wash the wheels with the Griots tool set, but I might sneak this in because I've been really excited to try that out. And then I don't know, guys. Do you guys want to try this one? We did try this one earlier. Okay. This is their paste wax. I think right now it retails for $59.99. This retails for $139.99. If I recall the durability on this one, what do you want, pups? I forget the durability. I'd have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the durabilities are similar. I wish Conway is in here. Conway seems to know pretty much everything about everything. So we'll go over that stuff. And then last but not least, let's go over this right now because it literally says on here to open this on camera. So I guess they might have issues sometimes. And let me close the door really quick. My dog is brushing. Yeah, I've heard the Viking brush is amazing. I just don't have TikTok. Somebody wants to buy me the Viking brush and send it to me. I'll pay for it, but I just don't use TikTok. So, okay. 1 second. Let's open this up. So this is my custom neon diamond Dan's sign. I'm going to be putting up on the wall over here, hopefully. Even though I'm moving, guys, in like 2 months. So hopefully right here will be a perfect spot. All right, so let's open this up. Let's get the table nice and situated. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna get you a little bit closer. There we go. There we go. All right. Getting silly, guys. I'm getting silly. Let's see how we open this. Knockoff Viking. Oh, the TikTok one's a knockoff? Which one are you talking about? Let's get that out of here. This packaging is a little awkward. I don't really know where to cut. Here we go. Don't want to cut myself. Alrighty. You guys see that? Looks good. Let's see. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I think this is better. We're going to just physically. Oh, there we go. Double click to recenter. No, triple click. Triple click, look down, zoom out. There we go. Alrighty. That's better. That only took like 25 seconds. So it looks like it came with a couple of keychains, which is pretty cool. I forgot they had the little extra stuff here. That's cool. Oh, so I have a feeling some lucky giveaways might win some of these. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. See if you can see. Can you see that? That's actually pretty decent. That's cool. Ooh. Stunting like my daddy. I be stunting like my daddy. All right, so how many did this come in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these. That's pretty cool. So 10 keychains that I didn't even remember that came with. That's pretty cool. Does anybody want a free keychain? Okay. We got some mounting tools. Alrighty. Looks like the packaging is pretty good. Also some more clear stuff. We got a couple more. 1, 2, 3 of these, which are nice. Also, I believe these came with it. Pretty nice. Looks like some nice acrylic. Not bad. Not too shabby. All right, so I don't know where to put these. But I'll figure that out. Very cool. Looks like it's got a remote. Also didn't know it's got a remote. No, it's not from the LC sign. I will if anyone's serious, I made a post on my Facebook like 2 weeks ago asking if this looks good, and then if it was, let's check it out. So can you see that? Looks like a nice blue diamond here. Let's see here. So this is mounting. So mounting for both. Looks like this is the supply line for it. We'll check this out later. Just kind of having fun right now. So it looks like you plug this through here like that. Okay. Then it looks like you plug this in. Let's see how it works. Oh, wow. Wow. Looks pretty good. Oh, there's stands here. Okay. So there's like some stands. So that's nice. That's pretty nice. All right. So pretty nice. I got little hooks on here already made. That is pretty nice, guys. You got the nice blue diamonds. Nice and clear. Let's do a test to see how that would look. What do you guys think? Does that look pretty decent? Let's see. So theoretically, let's see. I don't want to break this. I want to be very delicate with it. But let's assume that it goes roughly around here. Does that look pretty nice? Does that look good? What do you guys think in the comments? This was how much was this? This was like 200 something dollars. The wiring looks really good. The gluing looks pretty decent. So yeah, I'm gonna spend a little time maybe this weekend. Probably not tomorrow. I don't know how much time. You know me. I have a baby at home. I don't have the most time in the world. But I hope to be able to kind of drill some holes there. Maybe paint it up a little bit, make it look nice and fancy. Yeah, that was pretty cool, Greg. Huh? Wasn't that cool? Let me get the brain back in this mug. That was I'd say that was pretty good. Pretty. Hey, plus. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that was cool. It came with extra clear acrylics. I really don't know what to do with these things. Maybe I'll like, put it in the corner or something like that. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I can't really see it that much. The lighting is amazing. The keychains are just so cute. I really don't know what to do with all these keychains, but if anyone's interested in a keychain, I got you. If you want to show off a fake detailers keychains, I got you. Just you'll be one of my lucky winners, okay? I think this light was pretty bright. Comes with a remote too. You got literally a remote, so I can just kind of go on and be like, bloop, bloop. Yeah, so that's cool. Remote. Didn't even know it comes with a remote, so that's nice. That light, can you see that light? That's excellent. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So far, nine out of 10. I'm impressed. If you look really closely, you know, the glue it might not be the most perfect, and the cut marks might not be the perfect, but it works, and I think that looks excellent. So let's just wind it out, guys. I think we're at a how long we're at? We're at like what, 2 hours, 3 hours? Any last requests? What's up, Adamo? What's up? Who else is here? I said Greg. You should call that uh, tripod scarecrow because it needs a brain. I lobotomize my scarecrow, Brant. Save me one for when I come back up. Absolutely, Greg. I got one for you, and I got a couple of stickers. Also, those. So again, recap. Hashtag Grios in the comments. Giving away 4 winners. Let me know which one you want when the stream is over. I got a couple of stickers, guys. I got some stickers. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want like a bigger one? Let me know what you guys want. The bigger ones I don't have very many, but these ones I have a lot of, and these I have a decent amount. So my theory was when I give out samples, my theory was to put a sticker on the sample bottle and then have a couple of stickers just to kind of let people kind of like, who doesn't like stickers, right? Don knows what I'm talking about. Everyone loves stickers. But the big ones I only have I think like 10 or 11. So if you get the big ones, you're pretty lucky. But yeah, I'm gonna give out 4 winners. I'll pick 4 winners tomorrow night, maybe Sunday. I'll probably wait till Sunday. Let's give it 2 days because I do want people to watch the video. Yeah, Mondo, the stickers on the bottle is what I prefer. It's just those are pretty big. I think I might have to get like 1 inch by 1 inch. I do have some more stickers coming and some prismatic. This sign is pretty impressive. I was actually pretty happy with the sign. And I'm excited to try this paint gauge. And also hasn't arrived yet, but we got a gloss meter, guys. Has anyone tried a gloss meter? The gloss meter that I also got is a super nice one. It actually reads 3 contact angles instead of just one. Most of the videos that you see people using a gloss meter, it only does 1 contact angle, 60 degrees. This one does 3. So hopefully I'll have an even accurate comparison. So when I do my waxes or when I'm starting to do coating comparisons, I'll actually have a more accurate reading, right? Instead of just showing you like with my mediocre internet connection, who knows what you can really see. So if I have a $500 gloss meter that's actually pretty decent and I have it calibrated, at least for me, I can convey a similar standard, if that makes sense, right? Oh, hey, Brant, when I start getting sponsored by PayPal or Shopify, you're going to be hearing that cha-ching all the time. Dude, Brant is always loaded with the jokes. He's always loaded. Save me one for when I come. You should call that tripod. Yeah. Where did you order from, Dan? Oh, so the sign I ordered from. Let me read my email. So the neon sign, and they replied pretty quickly. It took about 12 to 15 days of shipment. So I don't know how they're shipping it. Maybe it's through the train or something. But it's called here it is. Where is it? Here it is. No, that's the stickers. Oh, here we go. So the neon sign is called Phoenix One Neon. So Phoenix One Neon. One neon sign.com. Okay, one. Yeah, and they have some in the UK. They have one in Australia. They have one in Texas. So theirs is coming out of Texas. Okay, so they have one in the UK, one in Texas, one in Australia, and they have 3 separate phone numbers: one for UK, one for US, one for Australia. And the website is oneneonsign.com. Okay, so oneneonsign.com. That was where I got it, and it came with the 10 free keychains, and it came with I think 3 of these. I don't even know what they're called. Little stands. That's pretty cool. I guess if like if I had like an office desk or something, that would be like nice to put on your office desk. But yeah, I don't really think about maybe gluing it on the back of your car window. I don't know. Yeah, Brant, you're also in Texas, right? Can we use Diamond 5 on that site? I don't have any promo codes for that. But my DIY promo code officially works. I was waiting 2 weeks for it to activate. So if you are for using DIY, my newest code is Diamond 10. So now I have DIY, Diamond 10, Thor, Diamond 10, Carzilla, Diamond 5, Next LED. If you're doing Next LED, Diamond 10. What else is out there? I think I have ADS, but I didn't really fully do that yet. But anyways, Diamond 10 for the most part. And that's pretty much it, guys. Any last requests? Any last requests? Mondo, Brant, Greg. Greg, what are you doing tonight? It's a Friday night. What are you up to? Are you editing? Are you doing any filming? You guys chilling? Looks like it comes with a couple of tools here. Looks like you can even hang it on a chain. That's cool. You can hang your sign. That's pretty nice, guys. So basically you can hook it and then just hang it somewhere, right? That's nice. Multiple. I'm liking the sign so far. Just got home from the pub. Are you drunk? Does it work on Scamazon? Mondo, I need to get a Scamazon link just for you. Okay. Um, let's see. Dan will wear the chain on the next live if we get 20 viewers or more. We are even right now. We have like 10 viewers. I was getting steady 20 all the time. Yeah. So if you guys, I'm gonna wind it out. Greg, you're going to the pub and you don't drink. What are you doing? Getting pretzels and wings or something like that? Yeah, I got you a keychain, Greg, for sure. I got you a keychain. Anything else, Greg, that you want to try when you come up here? They ship this pretty well. I'm impressed. Also, when Greg comes back, we'll foam Greg just for Brant. We're gonna foam Greg. Yeah. What do you guys want for if you win the Grios on Sunday? Because I'm gonna pick a winner in 2 days. Which product would you guys want? I'm curious. I'm gonna guess the most popular item is going to be either the best of show detailer because we all love to chase slickness, right? And I'm gonna guess probably either the interior cleaner because everyone also likes a good interior cleaner. And then maybe rinseless because we all love rinseless. That's my guess that most people would want to try. What are your thoughts? Tomorrow, Mondo, let's say 11 a.m. my time. So 11 a.m. California time, PST. Try to install the spray sealants correctly. How dare you, Greg? Yes, we should definitely install the spray sealants correctly. Okay, which is polishing, decontamination, water spot, acid, decon, all that stuff. I want the Griot's Yum coating. You know what, Brant? Go to sleep. I want that Griot's Yum coating. We also need to do this, which reminded me, Brant, appreciate it. Still haven't even busted this out yet. The trim serum. How does that read backwards? Like it says mint murs. Murs and mint. What if I drop it right now? What if I drop it? Anyways, it's got its own little towel. That's my only Yum towel, guys. Exclusive Yum towel in there. My theory is I'm going to use this as much as I can for the car. I don't think I'm going to use very much. And then I'm going to either sell this or give it away. Maybe give it away. I'm thinking giving it away. That's kind of more my jam. I hardly sell anything. Has anyone tried the Yum serum, trim serum? Mondo, what is $250? Are you talking about the sign? One neon sign. There it is. One neonsign.com. This was, I believe, 2 feet by 3 feet. Design your neon. Yeah, so it comes with 10. So it comes with 10 keychains and 3 tabletop signs, they call it. 3 tabletop signs. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Design now. Oh, you can choose the font and all this stuff. I'm not gonna do that. But pretty much mine was like 250 around there too. Let me just look at the email. Let me just look at my email. Right? Who cares? It was yada yada yada. Let me just type in one neon. Okay, so where's my invoice? They're really fast too. They're really fast. I don't know where it is. It was like around 200 to 280, something like that. 200 to 280. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go back to the chat. It's Mondo. Mondo, are you asking if the Yum trim is 280? I think it was no, I think it was like $99 or $90 or something. I think it was when it was on sale. Let's see. The House of Rags. Is it sold out? I'm not sure, right? Trim. It's for me on the business account. On the business account, it's $79. So I'm gonna guess it's like 94 or something like that. 90. I'm gonna guess. So on the business account, it's like 79. I think I paid like I didn't have the business account at the time. I think I paid I think it was like around 90 or something like that. Can't remember. Yeah, it's still in stock. I just checked it. But I'm excited to try these out. Tomorrow we'll try these out. For the price, these better be pretty good. Now, what I like about the auto fiber ones is that I can take the auto fiber tops off and I can just put them in the wash and then put them back on. These look like they're kind of stuck on, so they better rinse off pretty well. They look pretty nice. They have like a fairly feels like these will wash pretty well. This one feels a lot stiffer than this one. You could tell. You could tell, right? And then finally, this one's even thinner. So that's nice. Are they worth like $30 each? I'm not sure. We'll see. They don't bend like the quiver ones. I don't want to break it by testing it. I'm trying to see if it bends, but they're fairly stiff. Let's give them a shot tomorrow, shall we? Do they hang? They don't hang very well. There's no holes here, so they're losing points for the fact that they don't hang. It would be nice if they had some sort of like hanging for like the side of the bucket or something like this where it hangs very well. So I'm knocking off points for that. Horrible. I'm just kidding. Read some of the chat here. Greg, this spring I'll be applying Yum 6 and 2 on Debbie's, I think that's your wife, Debbie's Highlander and a friend's Mustang. The trim serum will be applied to the Highlander. Ooh, nice. Brant says, I want one of those signs. 250 is a good price. I think so too. I mean, again, I don't have really anything to base off of it, but I was pretty impressed with that from the 2 seconds that I've checked it out. It didn't feel super cheap. It didn't feel like it had a good weight to it. The mounting equipment, looks pretty decent. Yeah, this looks really easy. Yeah. I'm excited to put this on the wall. I probably will put this on the wall tomorrow because I'm really excited to put it on. So tomorrow, 11 a.m. Don't hold me to that time exactly. It's basically When the kid goes to sleep, I usually have like 1 or 2 hours of free time. So around 11:30, we're gonna try the wheels. We're gonna try Griot's tool. We're gonna compare Griot's version. This comes in a 3-pack for, I don't know. You have to look online. Let's say it's a 3-pack for $10. I really don't know. Maybe it's 15. Maybe it's $5. But they come in a 3-pack. I've never used it. It'll be my first experience. I've never used these. They're not cheap. I've heard they're incredibly good. So I'm going to hold them to a high standard, just like I always do with Yum, because Yum tends to have very good quality stuff. I don't expect it to be the cheapest. Yes, this Mondo 1, ONE. Enthusiasts, you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to wind it in like 5 minutes. You'll have 2 days. Hashtag Griots in the comments, okay? I'll pick a winner in 2 days. You knew they didn't hang going in, Dan? No, I knew they were mountable. I just didn't know how they were going to mount, right? I knew they came with mounting tools. But yeah, they already have the hooks. They already have the hooks in the acrylic, so that's good. I already forgot the name. I bet my logo is more. What's the site? It's called One Neon Sign with ONE. ONE neonsign.com. I'm enjoying my Yum Woolies. Yeah, Greg, I heard you like them. I heard Don from Obsessed Detail Nation loves them. That's pretty much it that I at least know that are like obsessed. I wouldn't say obsessed, but like they're deep into the Woolies game, right? They love their Woolies. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wind it up. I need to do my Indo for the night. Hashtag Brant. Enjoying my Indo. I gotta put my subcompact away. I'm gonna close the garage because now it's officially 53 degrees. It's getting a little cold. Let me go bring my table in before I forget. Smell out here is fairly pleasant. If I just wash the car with Actifoam, I would smell the Actifoam out here from Kosh Chemi. Kosh Chemi's Actifoam is probably one of the nicest smells in the pre-wash game. I just got a slight whiff of the whatever shampoo we had out there. Yes, have a great night, Brant. Have a great night, Greg. I'll see you guys in like say 13 or 14 hours from now, right? So keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Greg has the best Yum hat. Yes, he does. And hopefully Greg clone it so then we can have I need a hat too. That's just what I want to say. All right, peace out, guys. See ya.